Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, clouds of all ages, welcome to the most informative and educational and entertaining stream in crypto. My name is Eno. I am the Chief Vibes Officer over at Sanctum. We are going to fucking crush today's Sanctum forecast. Why are we here, right? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, we're here to talk about the most delightful products. And of course, with the most earnest community. And you know what? We have some new house rules, all right? So we're going to start with the house rules. Albus, the cloud, right? He wants you to do four things. Number one, we want you to spam the chat. You know, the last few forecasts is forecast number 7, the lucky number 7. You know, last 6 forecasts hasn't been as lit as we needed to be, right? So let's get spam in the chat. Tell us where you're calling in from. Really curious. After spamming the chat, we want you to think long-term. We do not talk about short-term price action. What we want to do is pivot to medium and long-term thinking, which means that we need to think about like how we as a community are going to put up the most high economic governance proposals and give us suggestions about products that you want, et cetera, et cetera. So think long-term. It's much more fun. And of course, we want you to be thoughtful and kind. You know, over at Sanctum, we believe in, you know, bringing humanity into crypto, right? Like we need to make this space much more thoughtful, much more kind. This isn't just for the stream. This is just a general tip for life. And, you know, if you have anyone that's interested in crypto, you know, just be very thoughtful and kind in your responses. And last but not least, we want you to have a very, very, very good time. All right. Netherlands repping. Ooh, we love that. Danica, how are you? Good to see you from the Netherlands. And GM from the Moon says Sumptuous. Hey, Sumptuous, how are you, brother? Oh, we also have GM from the Clouds. We love the Cloud fam. And of course, we have Alkeen, everyone's favorite. Absolutely a Cloud favorite. Give a big W in the chat for Alkeen. All right. So moving forward, we're here to talk about the Sanctosphere. Now, what is the Sanctosphere? The Sanctosphere comprises of 3 parts. Number 1, Sanctum, the platform. Number 2, Cloud, the token. And of course, number 3, the most important pillar, the family, the Cloud fam. You guys on the stream, we love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this is going to be an absolute delight today. We have so many things to talk about. And of course, we are here to bring back the vibes as one big family, okay? It's really down bad. People are not feeling so great. But you know what? When Solana was down right after post FTX, when I joined, it was around $18. Other OGs have been around here since it was 8. My point being is that this is where you find your true friends, okay? All this other nonsense and BS about, dancing on Solana's grave early. Forget about all that, all right? We single-handedly are going to bring the vibes back, and the vibes exist in you, all right? Energy inside of you is not priced in. Everything else in the market is priced in, but the energy inside of you is not priced in. So if we band together, we can create the price action we want to see. Now, moving forward. All right. So you know this, every single week going forward, we are going to give 50 USDC to the best thread about the forecast. So if you are watching this stream, we actually have I'm going to bring Nick back on. Hey, Nick, look alive, brother. All right. This is Nick. He works with me. Nick, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Great.
Okay. So Nick has only been here for a week. He is an absolute workhorse. This guy is an animal. Everything I send him, he crushes it. And the one thing that I asked him to do this week is I want everybody who's writing threads in a single chat room, right? So we have this very, very exclusive Twitter chat room where if you want to get access to timestamps for the forecast, if you want to get access to video resources for the forecast, we will provide them for you, right? It makes it super easy to write content for threads, right? Ain't that right, Nick?
Yep. You just DM me and I'll get it done.
Where can the people find you?
You can just find me at Nick Fury with 3 Ys.
Nick Fury with 3 Ys. All right, Nick, Say goodbye to the people. All right. So again, we have a winners for forecast thread, 50 USDC every week, and announcing our first winner, Molu. I don't know if Molu's on the stream right now, but Molu is the first forecast thread winner. He wrote an absolutely excellent thread for forecast number 6, last week's forecast. This QR code is actually to his Twitter profile. So I really recommend that you scan that QR code and you give him a follow because he writes great content. He also works for Jupiter. I mean, absolutely loves Molu. Okay. Moving forward, today's agenda. Of course, we're going to start with big, warm welcome. We have a very special guest. You're actually getting the alpha. It's like an announcement before the announcement. There's going to be an official announcement on Twitter like that everyone else is going to get, but you guys are getting the alpha first, all right? And after big warm welcome with a very special guest, everyone's favorite segment, Lightning Strike, where we talk about the latest and greatest product updates over in Sanctum. Of course, we have fun Tarky updates, so we're going to talk about the status of Sanctum governance and what the next steps are and what the future looks like for us. And of course, want to talk about what to expect. No big announcements here, but definitely want to maybe tease a little bit alpha with you guys, right? All right. Big warm welcome, the moment that you've all been waiting for. If you're at home, just W's in chat for this next speaker. Can we get some, if you have a desk or a table, I want you to start just drumming at home, All right, we're gonna get this started. All right, so drum at home, and of course, as always at Sanctum, we have some of the best media, we have some of the best videos, and so we're gonna start with a sexy promo trailer. Let's go. That is fucking right, ladies and gentlemen. We are teaming up with Backpack. Gonzalo, how you doing, brother?
Yo, what's up? I mean, hey, with this energy from that video, from you yourself, man, what a great conference to be here in. Super happy to be the special guest.
Okay, so man, like a little behind the scenes story for people who are just tuning in. Like there was a 50-50 probability that you weren't going to be able to make it. I mean, and why weren't you almost not able to make it, Gonzalo?
Yeah, that's right. So I'm the one who was working on our video for our announcement, which will be posted in approximately 50 minutes. And so that was the reason why I was potentially unable to attend. But thankfully, you guys were accommodating and we'll be able to go live. And here I am.
Man, you're an absolute monster. Guys, if you are on this stream right now, you are getting the alpha. It's not even out yet to the larger Twitterverse. It's just you guys. There's 500 people on the stream right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. And can we get some W's in the chat for Backpack and Gonzalo? I want red backpacks to absolutely flood the chat. Gonzalo, if I'm not mistaken, you're actually in Japan right now.
That's right. Yes, I am here at our headquarters in Tokyo.
Holy shit. Well, I'm over in Korea, so we're literally a 1 hour flight away. Actually, one thing I want to tell you before the call, but I'll just tell people right now. I'm actually flying to Tokyo this Saturday. So I'll be for Winter Arc. Are you going to be there for Super Team Japan's Winter Arc program?
I will be there, so I'll definitely see you. I'll bring some backpack merch so you can claim some of the red backpacks as well as some of our hoodies. So
okay,
be good.
I'm making an announcement right now. All right, and I didn't pre-plan this before. If people are super hype in the chat, right, I will get a piece of merch from Gonzalo, and I personally will ship it to you. Right? I don't know how. Nick, I'm bringing Nick back on here. This is just such a random announcement. Hey, Nick. I want you to pay attention to the chat and the most lit motherfucker, right? The person who's like spamming quality stuff in the chat. I want you to personally pick him. All right. You pick this person and then we will get in contact with, write down their name, make sure we get their Twitter handle. And then we will send them backpack merch exclusive from Japan, Tokyo. This is insane, right? Love it. Nick, you good?
Like that.
All right.
Great.
Oh, perfect. Sorry, just kick Nick off. I promised myself I would stop kicking people off like that, but I keep doing it. I apologize. Nick says it's okay, but thanks, Nick. I apologize. Okay, so again, this is just a random giveaway. I am going to collect merch from Gonzalo. I'm not going to keep any of it for myself. We're going to find the person who is the most lit in the comments, and I will personally mail you merch from Backpack, and it's exclusive from Tokyo, Japan. So Gonzalo, how's your Japanese?
Oh man, it's very lacking. I'm able to go to the conveni to 7-Eleven and let them know that I don't want a bag and that I'm paying with my card, but that's about the extent of my knowledge, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, Japan, the convenience stores is kind of crazy because even the bread, like there's a joke in Korea. It's like everything in Japan is delicious, including the bread at 7-Eleven. It's bizarre, right? It's like the egg sandwiches. Like normally, like I'm from the States. I'm guessing from the accent, you're from the States as well, right?
That's right. Yeah, Chicago.
All right. Yeah, okay. You're from Chi-Town. I'm from Sacramento, California. Anyways, so my point is that like, come on, what's the reputation of 7-Eleven over in America? It's
It's not good. Yeah, it's honestly pretty disappointing usually, especially like the hot food section. It's very lacking. But you come to Japan, you come to 7-Eleven. Actually, there's a 7-Eleven at every single block, so that's extremely convenient. But the quality of the ingredients, the food, it's restaurant quality. It's unbeatable. And actually, I think I don't know if you knew, but the 7-Eleven Japan subsidiary grew so successful, they actually acquired the corporation that they were owned by. And so
Wait,
7-Eleven
what?
Japan 7-Eleven Japan owns the worldwide 7-Eleven.
That is crazy. That's true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane. Okay, and actually, we're gonna bring one more speaker to the stage. Jay, get ready. 3, 2, 1. He's got a new haircut. He looks so sexy. I also got a haircut. We look like you look so Korean, Jay. You look great.
Thanks.
But the reason why I wanted to bring Jay onto here is actually Jay will be in Japan as well.
Yeah, for a short while. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna bring Jay on to announce another special feature that we launched this week. So Jay, say goodbye to the people. We'll bring you back on soon. And Gonzalo, it's time to get down to brass tacks. All right, let's talk business. All right. So what's the announcement? I heard word on the street is that you guys are actually launching a validator. Is that true?
Yeah, that's right. And actually, folks who have been paying attention to Backpack Wallet will have noticed that the Backpack Validator is now live and active with 0% commission as well as 0% MEV commission. So we're really trying to just establish a validator that will enable native stakers to get the maximum yield.
Okay, that is absolutely amazing. Can we get W's in the chat for Backpack Validator? Woo! And actually, someone's asking, let's see, what is there actually like a red backpack for merch? Yeah. Is there an IRL backpack from Backpack?
Indeed, there is. We have a red variant and a black variant. So I think I'll be ultimately grabbing 3 of those red backpacks for you, your colleague, and for the giveaway. So it should be some good merch.
Okay, that is absolutely amazing. Keep spamming the chat. W Backpack Validator, and this really begs the question though. Why Backpack Validator? Why did you feel the need? I mean, you guys do so much stuff, right? Like you have the wallet, you have the exchange, you have Mad Lads, which is separate, but a big community building piece, right? Now you're launching a validator. Like, why?
Yeah, great question. So actually, we launched our first validator over 2 years ago now, maybe, when Mad Lads launched. So basically, like one of our first announcements from the Mad Lads Twitter is the Mad Validator is now live and active, which actually a brief update on the Mad Validator, some slight alpha is that it is also now 0% MEV commission and 0% commission. So max rewards on the Mad Validator as well. But why did we launch the Mad Validator, and why are we now launching the Backpack Validator? At the end of the day, Backpack has deep on-chain roots as a company. If you follow the track of like Backpack and where we originated from in Armani and like what we've been doing, it all starts with Anchor, which is the open source smart contract framework for Solana applications. This was developed by Armani, our CEO, and it is this sort of like public good that is on-chain that we see validators that we ultimately see in a similar light as how validators are. And so the reason we launched the Mad Validator in the first place, and now the Backpack Validator, is to really mark our stamp as members of the Solana community who are here to help secure the network, but also to push our brand towards this somewhat technical area of the ecosystem. Obviously, Sanctum's done a really awesome job in basically expanding the validators from being like a very technical niche thing to something like all communities can do. And so that would be the reason why we launched the Backpack map validator.
And you're doing stuff with us though, right? It's not that you've just launched the validator, you've also launched a new LST. And tell the people, what is the name of the LST?
That's right. We've launched Backpack Stake Sol, BP Sol, which is now live on Sanctum, also live everywhere, live on Solana. And so, the reasoning for launching BP Sol was because LSTs have huge demand. And at the end of the day, the ability to increase rewards even more through kickbacks of the actual commission that we're earning allows us to basically provide a very compelling LST that should be the maximum APY you can earn anywhere. So hopefully we'll be at the top of the charts on Sanctum once we complete our 5 epochs. But we're looking forward to being a very competitive, very highly rewarding LST.
You hear that, Jupe Soul? You hear that, D Soul? You hear that, Drift? You hear that, Jupiter? Backpack is coming for you. You better make sure the quality of your validator is A-OK, because Gonzalo and the Backpack Boys, the Mad Lads, oh man, BP Soul. Can we get some W's in the chat for BP Soul? This is an inside joke in the Sanctum community. My APY is bigger than yours. And soon Gonzalo will be saying the same over to Soju, and I'm sure Big Bub Z. So yeah, I'm so glad that you've taken the time to join us on the stream today. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell the people? Like, why should they be excited about Backpack? I mean, like, you know what? Don't even just talk about BP Soul. You don't even talk about the validator. Like, I just love to get the vibes coming in from the Mad Lads.
Yeah, for sure. So Backpack as a whole is going to have an extremely exciting month ahead. We've teased from on the exchange side of things that the seasons are coming. So you should expect some pretty big updates from the Backpack exchange side of things as we sort of turn up the gear to the next level. On the Backpack wallet side, we've been making tons of improvements. You guys should definitely check it out. If you checked out Backpack wallet like 2 months ago, you should, and you haven't checked it out since, you should definitely download it, see what's new. We have blinks in the wallet. We have we have staking, native staking, and really we've polished the experience quite a bit. And so we're very happy with the state of the product at the moment.
Thank you so much. Man, this is just, I don't know. I'm super happy. It's just like get to work with all the friends. Like, you're definitely a new friend, but over the next week, we're definitely going to be hanging out a little bit more. This is just going to be a really, really grand, jolly time. I suspect that we'll be doing more things together in the future. Let's keep pushing BP Soul. And thank you so much for joining today. And I kept my promise, under 20 minutes. Wasn't I right?
That's right. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to hanging out, and yeah, should be a fruitful next few months.
And before you go, we want to bring Jay back on, just because Jay is the homie. Jay, anything you want to say to Gonzalo before he heads out?
Yeah, super excited for Backpack Soul, right? I think Backpack is another of the big success, and you guys will be one of the big three. Hopefully, maybe the biggest after the 5 epoch. So yeah, we will see.
Oh man, I'm gonna send Soju this clip.
I love Soju. He's a friend.
Yeah, no. Soju is totally a friend. But also, I love a little friendly competition, because friendly competition makes the APY go up. So, anyways, Gonzalo, thank you so much for your time. We're gonna be moving on, and we're gonna have you back on again. I hope you had a good time, and this is just gonna be. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Thanks, lads.
All right, adios. Oh, thanks, lads. Nice. All right, so there you have it, everyone. We are now working with Backpack. This is just, I don't know, dream come true. I unfortunately did not get a Mad Lad when they minted. I remember when they had the mint, Armani went on the Solana ecosystem call with Cash, and he talked about all the crazy behind the scenes, things that happened during the mint, trying to stop people from sniping, et cetera, et cetera. It was just absolutely crazy. But it is amazing that we are now working with Backpack. And of course, be sure to check out BP Soul. Let's get some W's in the chat for BP Soul and Backpack. This is absolutely amazing. Again, random giveaway. We will be meeting the Backpack team over in Tokyo, Japan. And we will, of course, save some merch for a very, very lucky person who spams the chat today during the Sanctum forecast. We want to see crazy hype energy, and I will personally mail it to you. And Nick, of course, is going to find the person who is spamming the chat most productively and most fun. Okay, Nick, don't be afraid to bring those comments on the screen. I'd love to see a little spam. All right, so now moving on. Okay, lightning strike. This current is honestly my favorite section of the forecast because we get to talk about all the latest and greatest product updates here over at Sanctum. So, of course, as you guys already know, last week well, not last week, actually. It was almost like 2 weeks ago at this point. But about 2 weeks ago, we launched Cloud staking. That has been wildly successful. We have over 15% of all the Cloud circulating supply staked. So this is just absolutely phenomenal. Of course, you can scan this QR code if you want to. And if you scan this QR code, it's going to take you over to the Sanctum website so that you can stake your cloud. If you don't have any cloud, consider moving forward. Oh, no, not even moving forward. There's actually kind of like a yes and. There's a yes and, right? So not only did we launch staking, and if you want to learn more, you can scan this QR code. We have a whole blog post, an entire blog post about staking, how it works. And if you read that blog post, we actually hinted at another feature. And I am going to play yet another promo video. Jay, Cloud staking score is live. Can we get W's in the chat for Cloud staking score? What is this, Jay? Why should people how does this interact with ASR? Like, what is it going to be used for Sanctum governance? Like, we have 30 million Cloud that's going to be given as ASR incentives over time. And so, we have this sexy staking score. In the Discord, I've seen people with almost like 500 million in points already.
Yeah.
And it's only been like 2 weeks since we released staking. There's a bunch of questions out there from people about when is the staking score? How is it calculated as Cloud? Is it in the wallet? Blah, blah, blah. There's so much to cover. So Jay, tell the people about staking score.
Firstly, that the video that you just played must be, if it's not top, it's the top 2 of videos that there's ever been released for yet, right? It's a sick video. Okay, so staking score is quite simple, right? It's basically just a multiplication of how much cloud you stake and then the duration. So the timer started the moment we launched cloud staking, right? That was do you remember when it was like last week? I don't know, we shipped too much.
Technically about 15 days ago. No, 12
days ago. Right, yeah, 12 days ago. So what this does is that it's a combination of that's your staking score, right? So your staking score is important because your staking score is how we judge you in terms of governance, right? So if you were here for the last forecast, what we talked about was that staking score will help affect the meta governance process. I don't want to get too much into it, but basically it's like you get a chance. If you have a high enough score, you get a chance to move proposals over to deliberation, which is never done before. So it's quite exciting, right? And I've seen a lot of threads where people showcase their score, and I'm shocked by the massive amounts that they have. So super excited. If I remember, I checked before this call, we are almost at 40 million cloud stake. So a little bit more. I think 1 million or 2 million more. Then we were at 40 million cloud staked.
Yeah, it's almost 40 million cloud. That's almost a 25% increase from last week. So the amount of cloud staked is just growing and growing and growing over time. What can you tell the people about how staking score is calculated?
Staking score is calculated quite simply by taking the amount of cloud that you have, right? And then it's multiplied by the duration, right? By the amount of time you have staked your cloud.
Yeah, and another question that I have is kind of some people have been staking from day one, right? But we only released the feature maybe, I don't know, a couple days ago. From when has the staking score been calculated, Jay?
From the moment it went live, which is 12 days ago.
Yeah. And Jeshik asks, will there be a staking score leaderboard? Let's get a staking score war going on.
I no promises here, right? I don't want to promise anything before the devs do anything, but yeah, that would be quite cool, right? Everybody can compete based on score. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you heard it here first, folks, we have been calculating this score for 12 days already, just from the beginning, right? So as long as you've had S-Cloud in your wallet, that wallet has been earning staking score. And another thing too is I think really, really important here is like you need to keep the S Cloud in a wallet where you want to earn the staking score. If you're transferring that S Cloud around to different wallets, all those wallets now have staking scores, and it's not kind of centralized into a single wallet. So that is very important to note.
Yeah, so there's no point there's no point like splitting up your wallets and things, because I mean, if you think about it, it's the amount of cloud multiplied by the duration. So splitting it doesn't give you more like a higher added staking score and things like that. It's just linear. So just put it in one wallet. And another thing is ASR will only be earned with from one wallet, right? So when you vote for a proposal, it's a combination of your staking score and like how many proposals you voted on. So you must keep everything in that wallet. If not, it doesn't count. So yes, you can transfer your S Cloud to other wallets, but that means that yeah, it doesn't count for ASR. So make sure you keep it in that wallet that you want to vote. Yeah.
Right. So I think that's a really, really, really important public service announcement, right? It's like the wallet that you use to vote is also the same wallet where you should keep your S Cloud, right? And that, like, wherever you're trying to earn staking score, wherever you're voting, that must be the same wallet. I don't want to hear any sad clouds, 6 months from now, who are like, oh my God, no one told me. I'm going to send you a clip of this, okay? And actually, if guys in the community, if you're in the Discord, if you're on Twitter, if you're writing a thread, please highlight this. Like, I honestly, like, I can already tell there's going to be a couple of people who are not paying attention. We just need to make sure that people know, right? Because the last thing we would want is someone gets screwed because they didn't know, right? And like, I can yell. You guys know me on Twitter. I yell all day. Jay, I yell too much on Twitter, right? No, but I know, seriously, I yell all day, but I'm only one person. We need to make sure. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Hold your S Cloud to get staking score in the same wallet, that you are voting with. All right. So that's a very, very, very important public service announcement. Everyone has to know this. And please help us spread the message, especially if you're writing a thread, put a big warning sign on it and be like, you must have your S Cloud in the same wallet that you are voting with. That is how you will earn ASR. And if you're trying to do some stuff like spread around the S Cloud to different wallet, guess what? It's not going to work. So don't even try. And that's another thing that we should probably mention right here is like, what's the minimum trade amount that we need for a proposal in order for them to earn ASR?
10 USDC in volume. So that means like 10 USDC worth of cloud, or 10 USDC worth of USDC put up, basically. That's all you need. So all that matters is that you participated in the proposal. Your volume doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like how much you put in. Yeah.
Right. Of course, the more you trade, the more of an effect you will have on the overall proposal. Yeah. But in terms of qualifying for, we need to turn this into slides next time. I think every single forecast, we need to, what, guys? I still need your help, sharing this with the larger community, but also like we'll create slides and we'll talk about this every single week because it is just so dang important. In order to qualify for ASR, Nick, hi, Nick. This is what it's like working with me, guys. It's completely suicidal. Hey, Nick, could you please just remind me that we need to create a slide that's all about requirements for ASR, because we got to let the people know. This is probably one of the more important things that I didn't even realize is like very, very important. We got to let everyone know. Sound good, Nick?
Yep, sound good. No problem.
Love you, buddy. All right. So requirements for ASR: 1, have S Cloud. 2, vote with that specific wallet where you're holding that S Cloud. Number 3, you must have at least 10 USDC amount of volume, and that can be either cloud if you want the proposal it can be either cloud or USDC is my point. Okay. Now, though, that's it for the public service announcement for cloud staking score. ASR, as many people know, we have over we have 30 million worth of cloud that's going to be spread over 2 ASR periods. I'm very, very excited for that. So yes, please do not be spreading around your S Cloud and then cry to me later about you didn't get your ASR.
Sorry, I need to hop in here. I need to jump to another call. So goodbye, guys. Have a great time on the call.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you coming. Thanks. Okay. All right. All back. I'm feeling a little lonely. Nick, I'm going to bring you back on stage. Feeling a little lonely, brother. There's a Jay just left. And FP, we're going to talk about where FP is. FP is totally fine, guys. FP is actually very, very busy doing a lot of shit. But moving on from here, Nick, what are we doing? We're doing fun Tarky updates. Oh my goodness, you have actually spent an insane amount of time, even the weekend, working on collecting community feedback. Like, don't spoil it yet. Don't spoil it yet. We will definitely be talking about this. But yeah, I mean, like, can you tell us what Sanctum governance means for you?
Yeah, Sanctum governance means everything to me. Like, it is really important, like, for us to decide whether if a good proposal is really a good proposal. So it really matters to us that your opinions are heard. So please have more conversations in the community chat, especially in the cloud proposal, so that we can discuss more and we can address more questions if there are any, and everyone can get a piece of whether we should go forward with this.
Yeah, Albus, Nick, myself, FP, Jay, Alkine, Jesse, like there are so many people at Sanctum that are paying attention to the research forums. We're paying attention to the Discord. We're paying attention to Twitter. So look, we are paying attention to who all the earnest and good clouds are. So I'm just saying, you know, you should probably get a little bit more involved in Funtarchy, right? So what exactly, Nick, I'm going to bring you back on in just a second. But like just going over some of the Funtarchy updates. So we had a discussion, period, right? That's how this works. And it was for CLOUD-3. And CLOUD-3 asks, you know, should Sanctum use up to 2.5 million cloud to incentivize INF SOL liquidity via Camino vaults? Now, I think many of you were already here for last week's stream, so you already know what this is all about. But I'm going to go over it again. Number one, why incentivize? Like, why would we provide up to 2.5 million cloud from the community allocation to incentivize INF SOL liquidity? Well, number one, INF SOL liquidity is not deep enough, right? And why does that matter, right? We need extremely deep INF so that whales and institutions of size are swapping in and out and earning fees for Sanctum, right? And earning fees for Sanctum, more revenue for us, means more things we can do for cloud. It means more things that we can do with product. It means more things we can do with community, right? So that's why it is absolutely crucial to provide super deep INF liquidity. So it's very safe and very attractive for either whales or institutions to swap in and out at INF at size, which is very different from Cloud. I know we had the discussion for Cloud 002 where people felt that we were incentivizing whales coming in and out of Cloud, but INF is core to Sanctum's business, right? If we do not have deep enough liquidity for institutions and whales, that just means that we're missing out on money on the table, which means less things that we can do for Cloud, which means less things we can do on product and less things we can do for community, right? So that's why we need to deepen liquidity, right? And the second question people might ask is like, why Camino, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot of great protocols. Why Camino, right? Well, Camino, you know, if you just look at the stats, 95% of all XSOL over SOL liquidity is in Camino vaults. Like XSOL just stands for other LSTs, right? As it pertains to AMMs, and also Camino has auto rebalancing features for portfolios. It's super beautiful to use. It's very neat. Thank you very much, Marios, and the team over at Camino. But it's just a no-brainer, right? Like, why would we even bother? Look, I love the guys over at Hawksite. I love the guys. You know, there are a bunch of other protocols. But if you just look at the bare bones numbers, right? 95% of all XSOL SOL liquidity pairs are, you know, that's where all the liquidity is. So it makes a lot of sense to incentivize Camino. And, you know, this is something that I have been very passionate about from day one over at Sanctum. So I joined Sanctum it's my month anniversary. I've been here for yesterday was my month anniversary at Sanctum. I've been here for just a month, guys. It feels like a year, but I've been here for a month. And one of the first things I want to do from day one is I want to hear what you guys are saying, right? And the team, you know, bless their hearts, great devs, moving very fast, but we can do 100x better at listening to you guys. So like, what have we been doing behind the scenes? Well, I want to share with you a little document here. It's an internal document, but I'm okay with sharing it with you guys because I think it's important to share. This is a document where we are pulling together all of the comments from research, from Discord, from X. Obviously, this is just V1, so this is going to get very, very robust over time, right? We literally are keeping track of who is saying what on what platform they're saying it, what are their concerns, what are their questions, is the sentiment positive, is the sentiment neutral, is the sentiment negative? Like, we are using a data-based approach to make sure that we understand what exactly you guys are saying, right? So when I say that we listen to you and we see everything, I mean that literally. That's not a figurative thing. A lot of projects just say, oh, like, we're listening to you. No. When we say we are listening to you, we take concrete action to actually listen to you. And, you know, I got to bring Nick right back on the stage, because I have to give him a big thank you. I have to give him a big thank you because, Nick, you've actually been doing all the work to make this possible. Could you tell us a little bit about like what you've been working on this week, and like why it's so important for us to be able to see everything that people are saying about not just governance but Sanctum?
Yeah, definitely. We don't want to miss out on anyone, on any voice that's part of the Cloud fam. So it is important to us that no matter what the platform you're using, we're gonna hear it, we're gonna know it, and we're gonna see it, and we're gonna implement it. We are for the community, by the community. So yeah, I've been shipping a lot of stuff, keeping track with the governance stuff. So really want to hear more opinions if you have any, and even come up with great ideas, like new ideas for new proposal. You can just type it in the ideas section that is on our research.sanctum.so, and yeah, we'll get it pushed up. We'll have more discussion, and we'll see what we can do with that.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, you know, the reason why they don't participate in governance is they just kind of feel like they're so used to other projects, right? Who promise the world, and they say, "Oh, like, you were listening to you," but they don't actually do shit in the background to make that possible. For us, we are doing the dirty, dirty work. Like, that is the motto, especially on the communications and governance team side of Sanctum. Nick and I get our hands dirty. We're not satisfied with empty promises. What we want is, if we say that we're listening to you, that means that we're going to do shit to listen to you, right? So again, like, we really, really care about what you have to say, and we are listening, literally. I mean, we might not agree with everything you say. That's a completely different issue, right? But we do 100% read everything about, specifically about governance proposals. And, you know, Nick and I are going to work very, very hard to expand you know, the things that we listen to, whether it be about just the governance process itself, or whether it be about product, or whatever it is. Like, we are going to implement the most robust community listening system in the world. I'm even in contact with a dev to make this way more robust so that we can scrape more data so that we know exactly what you guys are saying. Again, we can't guarantee that we'll do everything that you ask, but we can guarantee that we will read it, right? And we will understand what you're saying and what your concerns are. Which actually brings me to the biggest question that people have been asking about this proposal, right? So the big Nick, I'm sorry, I'm going to kick you off for a second. Sorry, brother. So the biggest question that's come out of this proposal recently is, man, 2.5 million cloud. That's a lot. That's a lot of sell pressure. And to people who are providing liquidity for INF, I don't know. Well, here's the thing, guys. I think that there's a lot of people out there who think that, you know, the 2.5 million in cloud is just going to get, I don't know, shared with stakers in, I don't know, the first day or the first month or 2 months. And that's just not the case, right? Like, this 2.5 million cloud is spread over many months, right? And especially if the market returns and if the vibes are back, like, it's theoretically this 2.5 million cloud, because it's not that we have a fixed amount of cloud that we have to pay out. There's like a target APY that we want to give to people so that we can be at parity with other XSOL pairs. So what that means is that, you know, if the market vibes are back, if things are strong, then what that means is that this 2.5 million cloud could theoretically last years, right? Like, not just dumped on, you know, the first. If we're being super conservative, right, then if we're being super conservative, then you know, the fastest that 2.5 million cloud would be distributed to people who provide INF liquidity would be 6 months, right? Like, that is being super, super conservative, right? But if you look at like kind of the mid-range scenarios or even the bullish scenarios, you know, those incentives should be paid out over a year, theoretically even 2, 3, 4, right? So that's the point I'm trying to make here. All we're using this cloud for is to make sure that the yield is attractive enough on INF so that whales will put liquidity into INF, which is good for Sanctum's business, which means more money for us, which means more money for things we can do with cloud, things we can do with community, things we can do with product, right? So again, this is just my point of view. The whole thing about Funtarchy is it's not supposed to be a political process. Of course, I'm going to share with you the team's point of view. That's what this stream is for. But at the same time, like, we understand that there are dissenting voices. So I don't mean to drown out anybody that feels that they, I'm trying to shape the narrative, but really, like, it makes sense to us, right? And so you guys make your own determination. If you even look at the community sentiment right now, we're looking 20-3 currently, right? And if there's anybody who has any reservations, come yell at me personally, all right? So if you have any questions, then just let us know. And we have a let's see, Johnny the Cloud. I haven't read these, so I could be walking into a landmine. He says, will be some pressure, but not all will be sold. It will go to Sanctum community members who are in the pool. 2.5 million is small fry in the grand scheme of things. I personally agree, but I think reasonable people can disagree. So if you are someone who disagrees, no disrespect to you at all. Just saying that, it's played out over a number of months. And also, many of the people who are going to be providing INF liquidity are, in fact, Sanctum community members, just like Johnny said, which means that I can't say with certainty what percentage of people will just dump Cloud, but I would like to think that if you're in the Cloud fam and you believe in the mission, you believe in what we're doing, that if you're providing INF liquidity and if you're getting free Cloud as an incentive and it's just as attractive in yield as any other XSOL pair, not all of it's going to be dumped, quite frankly. It's not going to be 100% dump of that 2.5 million. Going to William DK, also didn't read this beforehand. Yes, that was my argument at the beginning, that it could generate sales pressure. But seeing other comments on the forum, I saw that it was not such a strong pressure and the benefits were greater. William, that is music to my ears. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you just willing to take in new information and change your mind. And guys, I think that's a very underrated human skill. I'm sorry, I'm going Uncle Eno for a second. A very underrated human skill is to change your mind with new information. Now, you don't want to flip-flop too much where you're just like, you hear something new and you go, oh, I'm on this side. And you hear something new and you go, oh, I'm on this side. But like, so many people have a high ego or are very stubborn. I myself am wrong all the time. I will say that, in public, I am wrong all the time. And I tell people all the time, I'm a moron. I have no idea what I'm doing. But when I do get high signal information, I do make it my business to change my mind, even if it hurts my ego a little bit, because the truth is more important than one's ego. Now, going back to governance updates. Okay, so CLOUD-3 next steps. So do you guys remember what happened with CLOUD-2? What happened with CLOUD-2 is that we went through like a 7-day deliberation, and we didn't put up the proposal. That was not so great. We learned a lot of things. One of the top things that we learned is that in a proposal, you can't have too many pieces. You can't have option 1 and option 2, and then in option 1 you have sub option A, B, C, and in option 2 you have D, F, G, right? D, E, F. Like, it just doesn't work. If you have too many options, the community doesn't really even know what we're debating about. The conversation goes in all kinds of ways. We had a much better proposal with CLOUD-3. It was direct. There was only one option and very simple numbers. Now, there was a possibility that we weren't going to bring this up for a vote, but guys, we are putting this up for a vote today. CLOUD-3 trading begins today. I don't know the exact time, but we are going to be putting CLOUD-3 live. Trading will begin from today. And you can start earning ASR. This is the first ASR vote that we have. I want to get W's in the chat for ASR. I want to hear Sanctum ASR, Cloud ASR. I just want ASR, 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 ASR in the chat. So guys, this is a crowning achievement. We've been talking about this for a very long time. For Cloud-1, you guys voted for staking. We implemented it. We have a staking score now, and you guys are going to be earning ASR rewards. We have over 30 million Cloud that we will be distributing to people who participate. Now I'm going to bring Nick back on stage. Nick, I know you're busy trying to bring comments on stage, but I got to ask, this is a pop quiz. This is a pop quiz. I'm quizzing you right now. What are the requirements for earning ASR?
All right. For earning ASR, you need to vote with at least 10 USDC equivalent. No matter you vote with Cloud or with USDC, it needs to be at least 10 USDC equivalent. And you need to hold your stake Cloud inside your main wallet. That's because the active staking rewards, the staking score to be exact, will be counted with the xCloud. So if you move it, it doesn't count. It will count towards the other wallet. So it doesn't make you don't collect the staking score. So you need to keep it in one wallet and also vote every time with at least 10 USDC equivalent. So yeah,
Ugh.
that's
He passes the test. Let's get a W in the chat for Nick Fury. NICFURYYY. Nick Fury. Guys, you're going to be seeing. Oh, shit. I just burped on stream. Oh, shit. Sorry. I am so sorry, guys. That was. Oh, man. That's not a good look. I hope someone doesn't clip that. Someone's definitely clipping that.
We're going to clip that.
Yeah. Shit. I got a little derailed there. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, Nick, that is absolutely correct. There's only a very few requirements. Number one, you need to trade up to $10 worth on Funtarchy, right? And it can be either Cloud or USDC, either or, but it has to be at least $10 worth of volume. It needs to be the wallet that you vote with, and you need to keep your SCloud in the wallet that you vote with, or you will not earn ASR. So public service announcement, if you're writing a thread, and I highly recommend that you write a thread because we have 50 USDC prize there. But please highlight these requirements. It's just absolute. I don't want to hear any sad clouds later telling me that like, oh man, I didn't know. So we got to let them know. So Nick, thank you so much for your hard work this week, helping us listen to community, and we might bring you back. Of course, we'll bring you back. Love you, man. Oh man, guys, like I've been pretty nervous about this. I'm not going to lie. And just seeing that we wrote a very quality proposal and then that there was real debate and that we have mechanisms now to listen to what you guys are saying and directly respond to the comments, I'm just feeling pretty good about Sanctum forecast. Feeling pretty good about Sanctum governance. I'm feeling very, very good about Sanctum governance. And again, there might be some new people on the stream, so I want to bring up like what exactly Sanctum governance is. You know, Sanctum governance in very 4 easy steps. Okay. The first step is that the community can put in ideas, right? It doesn't have to be a well-formatted idea. You go to research.sanctum.so. We have an ideas tab. In fact, I'm going to go there right now. Research.sanctum.so. I'm going to share my screen right here. Right. So we have the ideas, we have draft, we have deliberation, we have official. That's the 4-step process. All right. In ideas, you know, we want to see you posting your best ideas here. Right. And then we will have a discussion about, you know, and it doesn't have to be well formatted, whether or not we want to bring it up for draft. Right. And so bringing it up for draft means that we need to format the idea. So an idea can be very casual, right? Like you're out to lunch, you bring up your phone, you go to research.sanctum.so and you go, you know, it'd be a great idea. XYZ, right? So you put your idea over in ideas. Draft, you have to format it. So you should work with somebody who's a great writer, or if you have a fire proposal. I have this offer from last week. You know, I said that the most fire proposal I would, or idea, like I would help him draft it. And I'm not seeing very many new ideas. You know, I'd like to see some more ideas. Little disappointed, Cloud fam. Little disappointed. I want to see more ideas, and I want someone to reach out to me and say, I want you to help me draft this proposal. I actually have one person that reached out to me, and I'm going to be working with them on that. But I want more, guys. I want more. We need more. So we go from ideas, we go to draft, and of course, after we've formatted it, the staking score will also be used to promote ideas from draft into deliberation. All right. So there needs to be someone with enough staking score to promote your idea from draft to deliberation. And it's the same process. We'll do 7 days of discussion. And if that goes well, then we'll go into vote just as usual. Right. So again, this is just so historic because I'm not aware of any other DAO on Solana that's taking this as seriously, where where the community gets to create ideas. We have like a standardized template where you can draft it up so that it's a nice format for us to consider. And then anybody who's staking Cloud, if they have enough staking score, they can promote that idea from draft into deliberation. Your idea could be the next thing that we vote in Funtarchy, right? So this is like a completely decentralized approach. IDDV, right? Bringing up this meme. I love this. IDDV, idea, draft, deliberation, vote. So yeah, just thank you so much, guys. And why Sanctum governance matters is that if we get the highest quality ideas, with very high economic value, that just means that Sanctum governance is literally a token go up machine, right? Like we're not talking about short-term price action for Cloud, nor is this financial advice. But what I am saying is that Sanctum governance as a mechanism, right, is meant for high quality economic proposals to go up for the community to vote on, because guys, we all want the same thing. All right. Enough said. Moving forward, Uncle Albus wants your best ideas. So if you scan this QR code, it will take you to research.sanctum.so. And you know what? I want to see just one new proposal today. If someone, and in fact, I will take it into consideration, who gets the merch. Maybe actually, you know what? No, the backpack merch is going to be for someone who's been super active in the chat this entire time. And we'll think about some other giveaways for people who put good ideas. Nick, we should definitely. I'm bringing Nick back on. Nick, Nick, we should definitely come up with ideas, some giveaways or something for people who put up their best ideas. We will be paying attention, because like we need to kickstart this motherfucker. We aren't playing around.
Yep, we definitely need to.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, wow. On to slide 43. What to expect? All right, Nick, I'll bring you back on a little bit later. Sorry, butter. But what to expect? So there's some changes coming to Sanctum. Not big changes. Relax, chill. It's more like we're adding stuff, right? So the future of Sanctum is coming. And one thing I want to say here, and I can't go too much into specifics. I didn't even get authorization to talk about this. I don't care, because I believe in transparency. We are trying to grow revenue at all costs, right? And like, we're not desperate either, right? We're okay. But the thing is we don't dream small, all right? Sanctum does not dream small. And 2024 was a huge learning year for the entire team, for all the cloud devs, for all the founders. 2025, we're doing something about it. We're doing something big, right? And a lot of that revolves around growing the pie for Sanctum, right? And also growing the pie for Solana. So we have some announcements that are coming up this week that will absolutely blow your stocks off. Very bullish news. I am super excited for it. But a lot of the things that you should understand about like our moves and why are we doing certain things is because we are aggressively growing revenue, which means that we can do more things for cloud, which means we can do more things for community, which means we can do more things for governance, which means we can do more things for product. And this is all very, very bullish for Sanctum. We will never forget you, but we will definitely be adding parts to the company in the future. Some things will be announced with this week, and other things, will be announced over time. And this whole process, everybody wants a quick fix. Everybody wants, in 1 month, like bring the vibes back. That's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be months, right? But when the vibes are fully back, I promise you, Sanctum will be properly positioned to take advantage of that. So the future of Sanctum is coming. Stay tuned, and that's just a little context for the things to come. And of course, this is another public service announcement. We're actually hiring, talking about what I said earlier about, we're very, very aggressively growing the company. We're actually hiring, right? The Sanctosphere wants you. And who do we want? We want people with BD experience. If you know anybody who's been in Solana for a while, has connections in Solana, like I have a very wide network, but that's not enough. I want to get the best. We want to work with S tier. We want to work with killers. We don't work with mid. So we're reaching out to the entire Cloud fam. If you know anyone who's a killer BD, who's available, even if they're not available, let me talk to them. I think I can convince them. We're going to get them to join the Sanctosphere, because we got a mission this year and we're going to crush it. And I keep my promises. So not financial advice, just saying that, we are aggressively growing Sanctum. And very, very excited for this. So Uncle Albus wants you to join the Sanctosphere, especially if you're an experienced BD in Solana. If you don't know what BD means, then this does not apply to you. Okay, and just one more friendly reminder, we are at the end of the forecast. The best forecast thread on X gets 50 USDC. And of course, I want to give one more shout out to the thread winner from last week. We're announcing the winner today, but he wrote a thread about forecast number 6, which was last week's stream. Molu, if you scan this QR code, he writes amazing content, also works with the Jupiter team, stellar human being. I really, really like him. Nice guy. And yeah, we have a secret chat. I'm gonna bring this back up, Nick. Nick, we got a secret chat. What's the secret chat about?
Yep, the secret chat is about providing resources for you to make this recap easier. So I can provide you timestamps and video downloads. So just DM me on Twitter, which is @NateFury with 3 Ys, and I'll get you added into the team. Yeah, so just DM me and I'll add you in the chat room, and you get access to those resources so you can make best threads and potentially win the 50 USDC that we're giving out weekly for the best thread.
Yeah. Exactly. Nick Fury, NICFURYYY. He does indeed work fast and very furious. Guys, I mean, I thought that, working with me was suicidal, but it turns out that working with Nick is suicidal. This guy is always like, give me more work. I'm like, holy crap, dude. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm going to blow up your shit. He's still in university. All right. He's still in university and he's crushing it at Sanctum, right? I mean, like, we only hire killers here. I mean, this is just absolutely phenomenal. So look, you contact Nick Fury on Twitter, and he's going to put you in a secret chat room. And in that chat room, we make it super easy to make forecast threads. I mean, like, you don't even have to watch the whole forecast again. We will give you timestamps, bro. We will give you video downloads, bro. It's too easy, right? So if you want a piece of this $50 action, like, you let us know, and we'll put you into this secret chat room. So that's it from us. Love you all. This has been a great forecast. I'm actually going to just chill here for a little bit. I want to answer community questions, just hang out a little bit. Thank you so much for joining Sanctum Forecast number 7. We're just going to hang out here for a bit. Thank you, everyone. We announced a bunch of things. We announced staking score, BP Soul. Oh my God, BP Soul. And Nick, have you been keeping track of some of the most lit people on the stream?
Yeah, I have. So I have my picks. I'm not gonna announce it right yet. I'm still observing, but yeah, there are several W's in the chat which are with us like from the beginning. Yeah, everybody is hyped in the chat, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're everyone's been super hyped. This has been like way more active, I think, this week.
Yeah, definitely.
Another great forecast. Really appreciate that. Congrats, Molu. Absolutely deserves it. Best thread wins 50 USDC every week. Cleta says, let's effing grow this revenue. Yes, because we want to do more things with cloud. We want to do more things with product, and we want to do more things with community. So absolutely. Oh, sorry. We are so used to proposals coming to us from the team in traditional governance. I know. Like that's just kind of how it goes, right? Like, we're so used to that. But I'm telling you guys, like, there's a better way, and the better way is we can cloud source it together. Now, look, if you guys are saying that you want to live in a dictatorship forever where we tell you what's good for you, then fine. All right. Like, we can live in that world, and we'll keep making proposals, and we'll keep churning them out. But what a shame. What an absolute shame. All we need, I just need like 3 people in the Cloud fam, right? Like, I almost like, Nick, do you think it would be worth it to create like almost like a governance idea drafting chat? I think that's probably one of the problems here, is that people are like being told to go to research.sanctum.so, but they're, in the same way that we make it super easy for people to create forecast threads, I think we should make it super easy for people to bring up their ideas, right? And maybe the ideas start off in the Telegram chat room, and maybe they just need like a little love, a little push, a little just like, guys, put your ideas on research.sanctum.so. I will be your emotional support animal.
Put it up, guys. Seriously, if you don't put it up, we're never gonna know it. If you just thought about it, we're never gonna know it. Just put it up. We'll see it. We'll discuss with you, and we'll see what we can cook up.
Yeah, and guys, if you don't put up proposals, that's actually, in a sense, it's fine, because like, we'll just keep cranking out proposals from the Sanctum team. But it just seems like such a wasted opportunity. So we have a lot more work to incentivize people. I think there's 2 things that we can do here. Number one is kind of giveaways for people who are submitting at least quality ideas into research.sanctum.so. And I think number 2 is like, maybe we can create a Telegram chat for people who are seriously interested in governance. Does the team have any ideas to help lead the next proposal? Says Fog Ross. I don't know what you mean by lead the next proposal. Like, we definitely have a bunch of proposals already drafted, that we can just keep cranking out. Like, that's possible. But by next forecast, what I would love to see is something from the community. In fact, Fog, I love you so much. I'm volunteering you for something. If Fog is looking at the stream right now going like, wait, what the fuck did you just say? Yes, I'm volunteering you for something. Fog is going to be the first official member of our governance chat. It's going to be me, Nick, and Fog. Fog is actually one of my favorite community members because he got on a one-on-one call with me. All right, he got on a one-on-one call, and he was willing to tell me what he was pissed off about. He was willing to tell me what he was unsure about. He was willing to share his concerns with me. And Fog, I never want you to change. I never want you to be one of those people that just okay, we like the Sanctum team, so we're just going to do whatever they say. No, we need everybody to turn their critical thinking brains on. And, we always do what we think is best for everybody, right? But there's a bunch of perspectives that we can't always anticipate. And so, like, we depend on you guys to push back when it's appropriate, right? And I think that actually for Cloud-3, we got a lot of appropriate pushback. Like, obviously, most people are in favor of it so far. But we had people who asked very reasonable questions. I didn't see a single question about Cloud-3 that was, erring towards the side of negative sentiment that I thought was ridiculous or stupid. I actually thought they were very reasonable, right? And again, we read everything. We have this, just going to share this one more time. We have this nifty diffy little governance document where we keep track of everything that you're saying at research.sanctum.so, at Discord, at X. We keep track of everybody. What you guys are saying. Like, this isn't like we don't have names on a list for like people who disagree with us or anything. Like, what we're talking about is what is the feedback, what is the chatter, what are the questions, what do people want to see. Like, we take this so seriously. So like, yeah, we really, really paying attention, and we will continue to pay attention. And I want to see us get 10% better every week. I think that's a good growth rate. If we do 10% better every week, I think that's a pretty good growth rate in terms of the quality of governance. So, okay. Arrow is here. Hey, Arrow. Insane. You're insane. I love you, man. Bart says, "Juice the new." Oh, guys. Oh, announcement. Oh shit. Wait, sorry. I have to check my phone. We just announced BP Soul. You guys got the announcement first before anybody. But if you're a friend to us, if you're a friend to Cloud, I'm going to check out the Sanctum. Cloud fam, activate. We need to raid. I love raiding posts. Raiding are so fun. I'm going onto the Sanctum Twitter account right now. Yes. We announced it. Oh, we got to play that video one more time. Oh, that's amazing. Actually, I'm going to share this in the chat right here. Boom. This tweet just went live. Raid time. Backpack, right? So if you go over to that link right there, that's actually that's awesome. It's the new announcement. We have the new video that we made too. Actually, I'm going to play that one more time for everyone that wasn't here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Backpack Soul. Oh, man, that feels so good. So, yeah, if we have the link over in the chat, I'm going to bring that up one more time. Hope you don't mind. W in the chat for BP Soul. Yes, it is a cloud head. If you check out this link, or if you just go to the Sanctum account, it's like literally the most recent tweet. Yeah, do me a favor. Like it, comment it, bookmark it. Let's boost this. We need everybody to know. Let's get Armani to retweet this. Let's just get obnoxious. And we have so many mad lads here. Come on, mad lads. If you're a part of the Cloud fam, if you're a mad Cloud, if you're a mad angry Cloud, if you're a mad Cloud, we need you to make sure the Backpack team knows how excited you are for BP Soul. They have just launched a validator. They have already had the Mad Lads validator, but they have a new validator for Backpack. This is just absolutely amazing. So yeah, okay. Wow, says Coletta. Never fade Coletta, okay? Coletta is one of the top KOLs and voices in Brazil. And one thing that I have witnessed time and time again with the Brazil... Have you have any Brazilian friends, Nick?
No, unfortunately. But
actually, yes, you do. Coletta is your friend. Yeah. Coletta is a friend to everybody. I absolutely love Coletta. And the thing is, the Brazilians, when they decide to get excited about something, I mean, nobody else gets as excited. It's kind of crazy. And Coletta is kind of the leader of that. So just super appreciated to Coletta and the Brazilian community for being such good friends to Sanctum. And again, guys, do us a favor. Raid the tweet on Sanctum. We just announced Backpack Soul. This is, I'm so happy. All right. That's it for this stream. I'm done answering questions. It's 12 a.m. here. I haven't been able to speak to my wife all day. She's been holed up. Well, I mean, she just came back from work, and then I've just been working all day preparing this forecast for you. I love you all. Seriously, I mean that. You guys are the best community a Cloud could ask for. And guys, we're bringing it all back. We're bringing the vibes back. We're doing it ourselves, and we're just going to do the dirty work. We're going to get our hands dirty, and we're going to do the work that needs to be done. We do not fuck around, all right? Sanctosphere, out! Bye. Actually,
Bye,
Nick, you want to
guys.
say anything? You want to say anything, Nick?
No, good. See you, Cloud fam. I want to see more discussions. Come on, keep them coming.
Adios, everyone.
Right,
Bye.
see you.
Woo! Feels good.